So we're gonna come down and start on our backs with knees hugged into chest. We usually start on our backs because we don't have as much time on these ones, but we're gonna do a little bit of core today so I can counteract all of my bread eating after class. So let's close down the eyes. If you can't interlace the hands around the shins, then even just like grabbing a hold of the thighs or hands beside you is fine too. Tuck your chin a little bit, keeping the back of the head on the floor. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Let the belly expand and then exhale and become still for a couple moments. It's Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Let's just do a little bit of connecting in with gratitude for the earth and this crazy time of renewal. We might have been forced into quarantine, but at least the earth is getting some love out of it. That's a nice little extra thing to focus on today, just being grateful for the sun and the grass and the earth and the dirt and the mulch and all of the gardening we get to do really soon. Deep, full breaths in and out through the nose. Letting that gratitude sink into the body. Start to focus on your body now and maybe rock. Let's rock from side to side. Tuning into where you feel the mat beneath you rocking. Tuning into the eyes drifting into the back of the head. Relaxing your forehead. And sharpen your focus towards your breath. Feeling it into the back of the throat, that ujjayi rhythmic breathing. And then bring your rocking back to stillness. Come into happy baby. Whatever you can grab, ankles, feet, toes. Do that same little rock from side to side, but really press your sacrum lower back down into the mat. So it's not popping up off the floor, pressing down towards the floor so the spine is lengthening. And then bring your happy baby to stillness and just give your feet a nice big pull, knees on either side of the rib cage. We're gonna tuck the chin, peel head, neck, shoulders up off the mat, and then exhale and roll down. So you're in your happy baby, we're just gonna lift the upper back a little bit, tuck chin, roll up as much as you can, press the lower back down, and roll back down. One more time, keep the lower back pressing down, lift head, neck, shoulders, and upper back. As you roll your head down, bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide, pull your heels in towards your belly. Couple of deep breaths. And as you release your feet, take them up towards the ceiling and stretch your arms up over your head. I still have my hands interlaced and just stretching the palms away. A nice big stretch in the shoulders. Roll out your ankles a couple times in each direction. And then let's take the hands down beside you or underneath your lower back, palms face down if you want a little bit more support there. We're going to flex the left toes towards the face, point the right, and then lower the right leg, bring it out in a big circle, and then bring it back up to the left. So just right leg. Left leg stay still. Right leg down, out, and up. Just giant circles with that left leg, trying to keep the left one really, really stable. Like you're plugging that left hip bone down into the floor, but still reaching the left heel up. One more time in that direction with the right foot, and then switch. So you're going out, down, and then all the way up. As big as you can make them, but keep your upper body really, really stable. So the belly button's tucked in towards the spine. I'm not rocking from side to side with my upper body. It's just this right leg moving. Let's do one more time in that direction. Oh yeah, right leg back, flex your right toes, same thing with the left. Point the left toes, keep them pointed. Lower left foot down, out. I'm gonna kick the curtain, so I'm gonna go a little smaller with my circles. Down, out as wide as you can, and then all the way up. I'm just gonna move so I can go in those big, huge hip circles. Keep flexing the right toes towards your face. Keep plugging that right hip bone down towards the floor. Really nice big point in the left toes. One more time in that direction with the left foot, and then switch. Go out, down, and up. deep ujjayi, rhythmic breathing. One more time in this direction. And then squeeze your knees back in towards your chest. Tuck your chin, peel your head, neck, shoulders all the way up. Now reach down and see if we can grab a hold of the feet, squeeze it into one tiny tight little ball. And then you're gonna open your knees up, bring your elbows inside, come back into that reclined Baddha Konasana. This time, wiggle your hips from side to side. Just shift, shift, shift. Okay, now we're gonna get a little momentum. If you can straighten your legs up over your head, so we're gonna rock back and then all the way forward and back. You don't have to bring your legs all the way up. They can kind of just stay in this Baddha Konasana, or you can use the momentum. You can let go of the feet too. A couple more times forward and back. And then when we come up, we're gonna go down into a forward fold. So you can come all the way up, land your feet, lengthen your spine, and then forward fold over the legs. Super lazy forward fold though, so just bring your arms out in front and rock from side to side. And I'll rock so much that my knees are kind of lifting up from side to side too, and head is kind of dangling. So it might look more like up here, a little bit of like a gluteal massage as we're rocking. Then let's come to the center and take a few rounds of cat-cow from here. I like to grab my shins. Inhale, use my arm strength to pull my chest forward, up and open. Then exhale to round backwards, pressing the shoulders back. Inhale, roll forwards, lift and open through your chest, look up. Exhale, roll back. Just follow your own breath. Come all the way up to a seated position. First, we're gonna twist towards the right. We're gonna keep the feet like this. Twist towards the right and grab a hold of my right thigh with my left hand. Roll the right shoulder up, back and down. Look over that right shoulder. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna try and hover this left foot up off the mat and then straighten it forward and roll that left ankle around a couple times in each direction, floating it like an inch from the mat. We're getting spine warmed up, but also everything else warmed up at the same time because we don't have as much time. And then we're gonna land that left foot down on the floor. Bring the right knee up, plant your foot, and now squeeze this right knee in really tight and take a little bit deeper of a twist so that we're a little bit warmed up on this side. Breathe belly into thigh, thigh back into belly. And then round around to the front again. Left foot comes to meet the right. Arms either on shins, behind, or out in front. Lean back, coming into your variation of bow pose. So feet can stay on the floor, or toes can come up. Legs can straighten. We're gonna hold to create some heat though. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, lengthen the spine. Your variation, deep, full breaths. Let the feet fall down, knees open, roll back down into that Baddha Konasana, rounding the spine. This time we'll just hold in stillness. Doesn't have to be intense, it can be way up here. Breathe into the back. Breathe into the belly. And then roll all the way up. Take your hands behind you, interlace them, squeeze your knuckles together, open your chest, hold there, and take your knuckles as far as you can away from your lower back. So they're not in, and take them out and back, and push your belly forward, lift and open your chest so you get a little bit of that cow spine going on, and hold there to breathe. And releasing this side to take it into your twist on left. Right hand grabs that left thigh behind. And roll my left shoulder up, back and down. Look over that left shoulder. Once you find a long spine, if you can, hover the right foot, take it out and forward. Rolling that right ankle around a couple times in each direction. Gaze is still over the left shoulder if you can. Long spine, don't round in. Right foot on the floor, flex the toes, left knee up, squeeze that knee in tight, lengthen your spine, maybe you can twist a little bit deeper, looking way over that left shoulder now. Deep breaths into the belly. it's gonna unwind, lift the feet and the hands. Doesn't have to be a crazy hard boat pose. We're just gonna shake everything out. Should be pretty warmed up now. Then we're gonna head on over and come right into downward facing dog. So just stack those hips over top of knees, curl under, and head on back to your traditional down dog with a little bit of movement. Oh, it's so much colder in here than in the hot studio. If we did that in the hot studio, I'd be sweating my butt off already. We'll get there. Get a side body stretch in, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open your hip up really wide. I'm gonna bring my body weight over towards the left a little bit, come up onto the fingertips of this right foot, right hand, and start to walk my hand over towards the left. So I'm stretching that whole right side body way out. And if that's a big no for you, just don't do it. Breathe into right side body. Set the right hand on the floor, look forward, step that right foot forward, lower the left knee, reach up into your low lunge. Scooch this right foot forward, dive the hips down a little bit lower if you can. Interlace the hands, extend the index finger up, and then lean over towards that right side. So my hands are interlaced, yours don't have to be, just a couple of deep breaths there. Come back through center, frame your front foot, bring this left foot up to meet your right foot and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Here we go through our first sal. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, look up, connect your palms. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, flowing through your chaturanga the best way that supports you. Pretty warm, so if you're warm too, you can stay up on the toes. The knees can lower at any time. We'll inhale, lift up into our back bend. Exhale, up and back down dog. Let's do another one right away before we stretch out that left side. Look forward, inhale. Go forward, exhale, the best way that supports you. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Flat back, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. This time, left leg lengthens all the way up. Bend your knee, open that hip up as wide as you can. Take your body towards that right side, and then come onto the fingertips of the left side if you can, and you start to walk those left fingertips over towards the right side. Breathe into left side body. Place that left hand back down, look forward, left foot steps to the hands. Right knee lowers, lift the arms all the way up overhead, interlace the fingers, extend that index finger, lift up and over towards the left side. Scoot those left toes forward a little bit, bob your hips down, make a little bit more space. Full deep breaths. Bring your side bend back to center, frame your front foot. This time we're just gonna step the left foot back to meet the right and land in a high plank pose. Knees can lower completely, and we're gonna do a few couple like hip dips. So right hips, left hips, side to side, following your own breath. Keep protracting through the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. As an option, chaturanga. If not, downward facing dog. Land up and back in your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Welcome to side out through the mouth. Okay, let's inhale, lift the right leg, look forward. Exhale, step it through to the hands. Inhale, rise up into your full crescent lunge now. Establish a nice knee over ankle alignment. Stay here in crescent lunge, or drop that back hand, grab a hold of that left thigh, and take it into a nice deep twist, exalted twist. One of my favorite poses right now. Now we're gonna release this right hand, bring both hands down alongside your body, start to lean forward, lift this left foot up off the mat, coming into a warrior 3 pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades a little bit, flex through the left toes, nice long line of energy from the crown of the head to that back heel. Totally fine if you're falling over the place, no one can see you. Okay, we're gonna power up through this right leg, coming into tree pose. Left foot to the inside of the right leg, above or below the knee joint. Any variation you want with your hands. I'm gonna take my hands Put them together and bring the thumb to the base of my neck just to open up my shoulders because they feel pretty tight today. Breathe here. Now from wherever your hands are, we're going to reach them up towards the ceiling. Take this left foot, step it off to the right side of your mat, and bend this left knee so we're hovering. Both knees are in a 90-degree angle. Take your right hand down. Maybe you can grab a hold of that left thigh. Full deep breaths. And take both hands down to the floor. Keep the left one where it is. We're going to lift this right foot and grab a hold of it with the right hand. This is the left hand. Oh, Sarah. Left hand on the floor, right hand grabbing left foot. Yes? Yes. Okay, so we're going to either hold on to it here and just hold and work on balance. So if you're just holding to work on balance, you're going to just try to bring your left hand to your heart center. If you can, we're going to come down into our grasshopper pose. So you're going to start to kick that right leg, bend your right knee and kick your left leg out. Your right arm ends up on the outside of this right shin. So if it's possible, you're not down on the floor, bum is still lifted, hold for 3, 2. Now release that foot, come all the way down to a seat. So now this left foot is lengthened and I'm gonna hug my right knee just like we did at the beginning and take a twist. Fun transition from here. Come all the way around. Bring your hands to wherever the front of your mat is. Mine's over here, so I kind of gotta do a little switch, but yours could be right out here. We're gonna come into a standing split, so you're gonna really power up through this right leg. Lift this left leg up into the air. Oh, that's a fun one. See if you can grab a hold of this right ankle maybe. Bring your hands down to your mat, step that left foot back, bring the right one to meet it. Maybe it stays lifted and we go through a 3-legged chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Okay, we're gonna do it on the other side. Let's hope I get my right and left right, but chances are I won't. Hopefully you know kind of where we're going this time, so it'll be a little easier though. Left leg lifts. Look forward, step it through. You can lower the back knee. I'm gonna keep my lifted and come into a crescent lunge. I'm going to drop this left hand, bring it over towards the right thigh. Take gaze back and exalt your twist. Now this left hand goes alongside, then the right hand goes alongside, power this left leg up, right one lifts, warrior 3 on this side, flex the right toes towards the face. Find that balance. Deep Ujjayi breathing. And then heading up into tree pose if you can without touching that right foot to the floor. I'm going to bring my hands up again, this time interlacing the fingers just to shine that index finger up towards the ceiling. Huge line of entry from that index finger all the way down into the left foot. Full deep breaths. From wherever you are, the arms reach up. This right foot steps over towards the left. You're going to lower this left hand to the right thigh and bend both knees at 90 degrees and hold right there. Okay, both hands to the floor, and if you don't do anything other than this, that's totally fine. We're going to lift this right foot, grab a hold of it with your left hand. And if you just stay here, that's fine. I'm going to do it from this angle this time. You're going to lower that right hand to the floor. The fingertips are in line with those left toes. Bend the left knee, very deeply bend that right elbow and kick that right foot outwards to grasshopper. If you can, we're holding right there. Deep breaths. And if you're not here, however you want to get there, come down to sitting with this right foot out and then give yourself a big twist over towards this left side. And then fun transition into standing splits. Right leg's gonna lift, so power up into this left leg, lift and fold. Maybe holding on to the back of this left ankle. Maybe sway your head with hands on the floor. Then stepping that right foot to the back, lengthen that left leg back. Maybe it stays lifted for a three-legged chaturanga. Lift up into your back bend and go up to your downward facing dog. Big deep breath in, maybe side exhale. Right leg lifts. Look forward, step it all the way through the hands. We're coming into warrior two. Parallel the left foot to the back of the mat. Windmill the arms up, around, come into that warrior two. I'm gonna readjust my feet. And my hips are really open, so I'm gonna aim to have this right thigh bicep parallel to the floor. And then reaching forward, like someone's pulling me, flip this right palm up, and then open a big beach ball over towards that side. Hold. Both hands to the inside of this right foot. Then I'm gonna walk them diagonally away from that right foot and bow forwards and down. Walk your hands back up. Turn your right toes in just a tiny little bit. Left heel in. Bend into that right knee and come into Skandasana. So I have to lift this right heel because my ankles aren't open enough. Some can keep it on the floor and my hips are not open enough. You go to where it works for you. Left toes pointing up. Lift your chest. Maybe we can bring hands to heart center. Find your balance. If you want to take it one step further, we can bind around this right leg. So I can reach my right hand in front of my right leg, my left hand around my back, and maybe grab a hold of your hands. If that's like a heck no, then just don't do it. And release your bind. From this Skandasana, take your hands to the front of your mat. Shoot your right foot back to meet your left, land in your plank pose, roll right over into your side plank, left arm lifts. Your variation of side plank, you can take the left toes up, all the way up, tree pose. One of my nice favorite ones is tree pose side plank. So hold for a couple more breaths, and wherever you are in your side plank, and left hand to the floor and flowing through the variation of chaturanga or child's pose that works for you. Down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, I'm finally getting warm in here. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts, breathe in, look forward. Step it through to the hands, parallel that right foot to the back of the mat. Around we go, warrior two. Just lengthen stance with the legs if you can, little bob to find kind of your edge, but don't go beyond it. Reach forward first like someone's pulling your arm, so you want that line to go from the crown down to this back heel. Flip left palm, reach that right arm over, hold your beach ball, fire up. Breathe deep. Hands to the inside of this left foot. Walk them out off your mat and forward. Bow your chest forward and down. This one just feels nice. From here, we're moving into Skandasana. So turn your feet so that your heels are in and your toes are out a little bit. And then you can walk yourself a little bit further over. You might have to move this right foot in. So you can lift that left heel, lengthen your right leg, point your right toes up. Open your chest. Find your variation on this side. Eventually this heel on this left foot is right over top of the ball of the foot. See if we can bring the hands to heart center. And then maybe taking it in towards that bind. Let me turn around just in case. So if you're binding, this left hand is going down and around in front, and then the right hand's going up and around, and maybe you can grab a hold of your hands. But maybe not. Release the hands, bring them down to the floor, lengthen this leg back, Going right into our side plank on this side, right arm lifts, your variation of side plank. That foot can be inner thigh or on your shin, wherever you can get it. A few more deep breaths, stay strong. And then flowing through our chaturanga, maybe back bend, down dog. Let's lower the knees down to the floor. Knees together. Sit your hips back on your heels just for a second to flip the palms up and bring the wrists in line with the knees, and then roll down to a child's pose for a moment. Let deep breaths travel down into the belly, belly pressing into thigh, thigh into belly. Rocking from side to side, let go. And then kind of putting all that together, let's just flick out the wrists a little bit. Give them a little shake. Head up and back to your downward facing dog. And you're welcome to kind of just like stay in any of the poses that I come into, or breathe when I'm not cueing the breath. You do what works for you, as long as you can keep steady rhythmic breaths in and out. It doesn't matter so much if it links with the movement. Think more like really flowing, graceful, intention moving. So we'll lift that right leg up. Look forward, step it through to the hands. Reach your arms up, come into crescent lunge. Take the right arm down, left arm up and back. Release the left arm down, arms by your side, power up to warrior three, left leg lifts. And then come on up to that tree pose, left foot to the inside of right leg. I'm gonna reach my arms already up, so they're up for our next posture. Then that left foot steps to the outside of the right side of my mat, bending my knees down to coming down to that variation of skater's lunge. And you can stay here, or left hand to the floor, right hand reaches down for that left foot, come right down to the grasshopper, bum on the floor, twist all the way over to that right side. Good news for you, we're gonna skip standing splits on this side and just take this left leg out behind you and come into a forward fold. Grab for opposite elbows, a little bit of a sway from side to side. Drop your head, neck, shoulders. Deep breath in, stand up, rise up, reach up, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, flowing to your chaturanga or taking a child's pose. Hold right there. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Right leg lifts again, look forward. Step it through to your hands, parallel left foot to the back of the mat. Come on up into your warrior two. Take one breath in. Exhale, come into that beach ball holding position. Hands to the inside of this right foot, reach them out and forward. Bow your chest down. Good news on this side too, we're switching it up. We're gonna bring this right hand to the inside of this right foot. Now hands framing this right foot, and then lift this left foot. See if you can get one hand on top of this right foot and then the other one on top of the right foot. Now, if the arm balance is part of your practice, you can go there. Otherwise, we're just holding right here for 3, 2, 1. Step that right foot back, flowing through your chaturanga. Back bend, down dog. Okay, all that fun on the other side, then we're gonna cool down. Left leg lifts, look forward, step it through. Lift up, come to crescent lunge. Left hand down, right arm up. Drop that right arm, arms by your sides. Come on up into your warrior three. Flowing, graceful intention with your movement. Come into your tree pose. Arms are up, preparing for our next posture. Take that right foot behind you, bend your knees at 90, coming down to that skater's lunge variation. Either staying here or right hand on the floor. Left arm grabs a hold of that right foot. Come on down into your grasshopper. If you're in grasshopper, as gracefully as you can, head towards that standing forward fold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale up halfway, exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, look up, rise up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Up halfway on your inhale, chaturanga on your exhale. Heading to your down dog the best way that supports you. Left leg lifts up right away, look forward, step it through to the hands. Parallel that back foot up to your warrior two. Lean forward, grab that beach ball. Take your hands out towards the right, taut hem corner of the mat, bow your chest in. Okay, we're switching it up on this side. So my left hand goes in, around to the opposite side of this left foot. So now I'm framing this left foot, lift that right heel, grab a hold of this foot here. Otherwise you're coming into the arm balance. That's kind of like the preparation pose for it. So otherwise we're just holding with hands on top of this left foot for 3, 2, and last one, step that left foot back. We're gonna roll all the way down to our bellies. Take your forehead on top of your hands, swish your hips. Maybe a sigh if that would feel good. Let's come into broken wing pose. Extend that left arm out. Lift the right leg up, around and over. Oh yeah. The chest is tight, this is good. And hold in this twist and start to rinse out and let go. Roll back around onto your belly. Just take it right over to the opposite side, lengthen that right arm out. Left leg up, around, and over. Oh yeah, my back always cracks on this side. It's so good. Hold and breathe. Roll back around onto your back. Back. Let's go all the way around. It doesn't have to be graceful. We're going all the way around. Just scooch, scooch, scooch. And bring the arms right down by your sides. Heading into just a little bit of bridge work before we really drop down. Fingertips can reach down maybe to graze those heels. Open the fingertips up wide. Lift your hips up. Maybe wiggle the shoulders underneath the back. We should be pretty open, so if you can interlace the hands and press the knuckles down towards the heels. Ground down through the feet. Keep the knees in line with the second, third toes. Breathe into your belly. If you've got it in you and you feel like trying today, we'll lift the heels, walk the balls of the feet in, maybe right underneath those heels, lift a little bit higher. And then maybe that left foot's gonna point up towards the ceiling and hold for 3, 2, 1. That left leg went up. Right foot's next. Point those toes. Hold for 3, 2. Right foot to the floor. Roll all the way down. Just hold with your feet flat. Bring your arms down by your sides. Flip your palms up. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just hold and let go for a moment. Come back to connecting in with the earth, the ground beneath you. Feel really centered in that. We're laying, done all that hard work and flowing and fluttering around. Now we'll just cool off a little bit. And squeeze the knees into the chest and kick a couple rocks from side to side. Coming back through center, we'll keep the right knee where it is, lengthen that left leg out, We'll just hold, squeezing that right knee in. If you wanted to, you could circle it around or cradle it from side to side. So like just holding mind stillness, you do what feels best for you. And start to lengthen that right leg up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands up the back of the leg, squeeze it in. If you could grab your toes, you could go there if you wanted to. And let's bend this right knee back in. Grab a hold of that right shin with left hand. Right arm lengthens out, just a little twist. Don't force anything, just a little bit more of a release. Look over the right shoulder. Close your eyes down. Breathe. Slowly roll back to center. Release that right leg out long. We'll hug the left knee in, squeeze it in tight. If you did that little cradling or circling motion from side to side here, you can do that on this side too. Just gonna hold in stillness and take deep breaths. Start to lengthen that left leg up, grab a hold of it wherever you can, do a little tug. Bend that knee in. Right hand grabs left shin, twist over towards right side, left arm lengthens out. We'll hold right there just for a few breaths. Roll yourself back. If there's any last little movements you want to get in before Shavasana, I will welcome you to do them now. And arms down by your sides, palms face up, feet lengthened out nice and wide, toes falling out to the sides. Take a breath in. The exhale cue you into relaxation. Just drop, let go, become still. Let your body soak up your practice. Connect back into the gratitude we have for earth, sun, grass. Let's be still for a few minutes together. invite you to get a little bit softer for a couple more moments. Release the center of the forehead. So you get heavier in your eyes and cheekbones. So you can relax your jaw a little bit more. I'll invite you to stay here as long as you want. If you're at home and you've just got tons of time and you are comfortable, stay where you are. If you're coming up, move slowly, gently, stretch and wiggle. And if you're staying in Shavasana, just stay. If you've come up, sit quietly with your hands at heart center for a moment, eyes closed back down. Whether you're laying or you're seated, gratitude for Mother Earth today. Happy Earth Day going out to all of you and to the ground we walk on every day. Thank you so much for flowing with me. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste.